Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into something that's definitely got Gunpla fans buzzing. The new HG 1144 Zaku GQ.
Yeah, and it's not just any Zaku kit, right? This one's tied specifically to the new Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuX series.
Exactly. It's kind of our first real look, our first piece of plastic from this whole new GQuuuuuX world.
And that context, that new universe, it changes things big time for the Zaku story.
Right, so our mission basically is to break down the key details on this kit. Features, what comes with it, and maybe most importantly, what this Zaku means in this new GQuuuuuX timeline. What makes this one special?
Okay, so starting with the basics, the hard facts. It's a high-grade 1134-4 scale. Price is set at 2,420 Japanese yen, and that includes tax.
Got it, 2,420 yen. And when can people actually get their hands on it?
Release date is November 2025.
November 2025. Okay, bit of a wait then, but
Yeah.
Standard HG scale, 1144. So size-wise, that's going to be...
About 12-ish centimeters tall. Roughly 12.15 centimeters, fits right in with other high grades, and it's specifically part of the, the high-grade Gundam GQuuuuuX line for the new show.
And it's a regular release, right? Not like premium Bandai exclusive or something.
Nope, thankfully. Planned as a regular retail item, so you should be able to find it at the usual places, maybe like Hobby Link Japan or similar spots.
Okay, good to know. That's a relief.
Yeah.
So moving from the box specs,
Yeah.
what about the model itself, the design?
Well, the big news here is that they're saying it's a completely new design, new molding. The aim is really like total accuracy to how it looks in the GQuuuuuX anime. So yeah, built from scratch for this show.
So not just tweaking an old Zaku second mold, a totally fresh take. What about posing? Articulation's key for a Zaku.
They've used the term completely articulated construction, which is pretty standard but strong language for the HG line. Now, they haven't listed every single joint for this specific Zaku yet, but if you look at the other kits announced for the same GQuuuuuX HG line, you can probably expect things like a movable mono-eye, maybe those independent shoulder blocks that let you swing the arms forward properly.
Yeah, those shoulder joints are crucial for getting that machine gun pose right. Looks-wise, the pictures show classic green.
Yep, the iconic green with dark gray bits for the, mechanical parts, weapons, inner frame details. And usually that kind of color scheme suggests Bandai's aiming for pretty good color separation in the plastic itself.
Meaning less painting needed right out of the box for a decent look. Nice.
Exactly. Makes it more approachable.
All right, so you build the main suit. What weapons and accessories are we getting in the box?
Okay, so obviously the Zaku GQ itself. Weapon-wise, you get its signature Zaku machine gun and the Heat Hawk. And what's kind of neat is they specifically mention the Heat Hawk can be stored on the hip.
Ooh, I like that. Functional storage is always a plus. Anything else? Grenades, maybe?
Cracker grenades are included, too. They hint that these might mount on the side skirt armor and they're separable items. Plus, you'll get the usual stuff, different hand parts for holding things, maybe some open palms for posing, and stickers for the smaller details.
Okay, standard HG loadout then. Sounds pretty complete. Machine gun, Heat Hawk, grenades, hands. Covers the bases. But the really, really interesting part here isn't just the plastic, is it? It's the story. Why does this Zaku exist? What's the deal with it in Gundam GQuuuuuX?
Right, this is where it gets wild. The setting for Gundam GQuuuuuX, it's Universal Century 0085. But here's the twist. It's a timeline where the Principality of Zeon won the One-Year War.
Whoa, hang on. Zeon won.
Yep.
That changes, well, everything. About the UC. About what the Zaku represents.
Exactly. So this Zaku GQ, it's not the suit of a losing side, struggling, getting outdated. It's a mobile suit from an established, victorious Zeon military machine.
So, and it's still got those core Zaku traits, right? Versatile, easy to maintain, good for mass production. Those things just make sense.
Presumably, yeah. Those are solid design principles.
So what does being from a winning Zeon change? Does it mean it's more advanced or just different?
That's the big question, isn't it? We don't know all the details yet, but you have to imagine maybe it represents better standardization, maybe upgrades that the original Zeon, in its desperation, couldn't roll out properly. This Zaku is a symbol of Zeon's continued power in UC 0085, not their downfall. It's the green machine of a dominant force.
It totally flips the script on the classic green Zaku. Still the mass-produced workhorse, but representing authority, stability, victory.
Precisely. It's the grunt suit of the winners. Puts a whole new perspective on its role in the show, maybe even its capabilities.
Man, that's fascinating stuff. Okay, this has been a great look at the HG L144 Zaku GQ. We've covered the kit details, what's in the box, and this really mind-bending context of a victorious Zeon. And hey, if you found this deep dive useful, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Helps you stay in the loop for future explorations like this one.
Definitely. And maybe leave you with this thought. Knowing this, Zaku comes from a timeline where Xeon won. How might seeing it in action in GQuuuuuX change how you think about that iconic green mobile suit compared to everything else we know from Gundam? Something to chew on while we wait.